In the last video, we basically built a solid structured website in 10 minutes. That's including having a chat with you guys, as well as showing you how I go about cleaning up the site and getting the basic things done. As stated before, typically to build out a site of that size would take you at a minimum 5 hours to have it all built, configured and set up, and the chances of you getting it set up in the same fashion would be very difficult just due to the nature of the WordPress silo framework. Right, so the next thing is, once you got your site live, security is a very important factor, and this is why I mentioned it's in your benefit to learn to set up the WordPress installation without using cPanel Fantastico. The reason for this is you need to add the salts into the WP config file, and you need to basically lock that down. There's also some files you need to delete and get locked up, and what we've done is to assist you in getting that done, we've created the Blog Builder Backup and Security Assistant. Now, these are my favorite plugins that I like to use. I've used them for a long time, and it basically helps to lock down the sites, because there's nothing worse than having a guy penetrate your server, getting into your blog, dropping a script, and then having him injecting links randomly into your blogs. So without you even knowing it, you're getting links and pages built on your website that are not meant to be there. One, it destroys your silo architecture, it breaks your theming, it destroys your rankings. Two, they're bleeding any page rank that you potentially have and siphoning it off to their own sites, and usually it's Viagra sites or other things. So what we got here is, from a backing up perspective, we got Xcloner, which is my favorite because it allows daily maintenance, and once you've configured and set it up, it runs off and it actually backs up your site off site, which means you can actually push it to the Amazon cloud. It works with cloud services or external servers, so you can keep your copies done, and you can have them backed up once, twice, 3 times a day if you want to. The next one we have is also Backup WordPress. It's also quite good, but it's not as good as Xcloner, because Xcloner can copy your whole site, including the files, and back up the MySQL database, whereas Install Backup just backups the database and a few other things. The next thing we have is WP TuneUp plugin, and this does a few things of locking down your site so guys can't hard link to you. It gives a whole bunch of features, and what I've done is I've used this. This is a plugin you need to buy. It's really good, but it's well worth the money. It's between $37 and $47 the last time I looked. And I use it on all the sites. Number one, it helps make your site load extremely fast. Number two, it locks down your htaccess file. Number three, it helps identify places you've forgotten to shut things down. So it's a good assisting plugin. Okay. So the next thing we have here is Install Bulletproof Security. Now this is a advanced plugin, and if you're not familiar with Apache or working with servers and the PHP NE files and htaccess and all that kind of technical stuff that you got to do, I do not recommend using this. This plugin is for advanced users. You get 2 versions. You get the free version and the pro version. I personally use the pro version because it's got more features that I like, but I do warn that if you don't know what you're doing, be careful if you use this plugin, because you can bring potentially your server down if you do it wrong. So this is an advanced plugin. Now what the Blog Builder Assistant does is it just installs the plugins for you quickly, and it pre-configures the WP TuneUp. It does not configure Xcloner or any of the backup stuff, and it doesn't modify any of your files on your server. We've taken a decision to stay away from that process because we do not want to have the responsibility if something had to go wrong. So it's totally your responsibility when you start fiddling with the files. This just helps you to quickly install them. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly install the plugins and give you a quick preview of them. So I'm going to install Xcloner, WP TuneUp. So I'm going to point to my file. Okay, that's the wrong one. It's my desktop. There, we got it there. That's configured as well, and then I'm just going to press run. But before I press run, once again, I'm going to come back to my server. I'm going to double check my permissions are 777, so I can do what it has to do. That's the htaccess file and WP content file. And now I'm going to press run. So let's open this up and we press run here. Right, so it's logged into my blog again, and the great thing about this plugin is you can just take it and stick it on the side. So what it does, it goes and looks for the latest version of Xcloner, logs into the FTP account, downloads and installs the package, activates the plugin, now goes to the plugins page, and there you can see Xcloner. So basically what you need to do is just log in and start doing and following instructions for that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to install our WP Tuner plugin. Once again, it goes to set up all your FTP stuff, gets it configured. So when we see the sufficient permissions thing, don't worry about that. So there we go, that's the plugins installed. Everything's done and dusted. So I'm going to pause this video, shut down the bot, and well, I shouldn't have to pause video. I'm just going to close down the bot because it's done what it has to do. And let's have a look at these plugins and see what they do. And I just want to take you through configuring this. So the first thing we want to do here on the tune-up is we want to do a scan. So we click on the security scan tab, and over here we can see the places we need to lock down. So on the root directory we got to fix the permissions to 755. htaccess is open, WP content is open. So the first thing I do is I just come over here and I change my permissions. Okay, so if I refresh this page, we look at security scan, we've got everything done. So you can see over here still saying the htaccess is, it should be 0644, and we've got it to 755, so it needs to be locked down more. But we're going to do some work on that. The next thing we got here, is the database security tab. We don't need to do this because we've already got our database configured. Okay, so when we look at htaccess, this is where we can come in here and tweak and configure things. So what I usually do over here, I leave the HTTP access control, these custom author permalinks and paginations and search permalinks, the category base and all the archives and all that kind of stuff. I leave it alone. Okay, I manage that in SEO Ultimate. But what I do look at is the rules right at the bottom, like the HTC suggestions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check this, use that, turn that off, disable that. I want to protect that. I want to protect my htaccess file. I want to protect my comments.php page to stop guys spamming me. I want to mod zip, that makes it faster. I want to deflate, I want to do it faster. I want to disable hot linking. So basically, if you want to disable hot linking, you can just basically put a dash inside there, and that will stop it. For that, we just want to basically run through these settings. Those two there, I just leave them blank, and the canonical URL, we can force www. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to save all the changes. Okay. So we click that button, and we'll go back to htaccess, and what we'll notice now at the bottom is all the rules. This whole new htaccess has been rewritten for us. So what we want to do is we want to copy all this here right down to the bottom. Control C. We want to come to htaccess. Let's go to desktop. You want to create a backup of that there. Then you want to right click and edit if your FTP allows you to do it. I want to overwrite that with this, and you can see from what it was, we've now got a much more in-depth rules engine has been done for us. So we'll go file save, close that, and we're going to lock this down to 644 as it said, so we can just kill two birds with one stone. So that's how HT Access sorted out. So when we go to our WP scan again and we refresh our page, let's just click on this. Okay, we have to log in again. I'll click on WP TuneUp. If we look at our scanner, everything's locked down. Our HT Access, we've taken that, we've updated it, we've edited it, so we locked all that stuff down, so it's a lot more faster. WP login, we can configure this. So we just click update that. Now the WP speed daemon is something that works really well. This is something custom to the plugin, and what it does, it helps load your website really fast. So you can click on the WP diagnostics, you can see how your server is set up, what plugins there are, and then the theme check is okay. Now over here it's found 4 static links. Okay, so if we click details, here you can see theme bleeding within your site, and this is really good when you're using themes. This is why I like the WP TuneUp plugin, because if you get a theme for free and you don't know code, often people that create the themes link out to their own sites, and you don't want to give them your page rank that you're working hard for unnecessarily. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hop back and use a different theme that's not bleeding my page rank out, and it tells you where they are, so you can actually go and edit those themes if you want to. So let's just change our appearance back to the 2011 one. Okay, so I'll switch that out, and that should be our website built. So if we click up, open a new tab. Now let's have a test and see how quickly this page loads, how fast the site works. So what you can notice is that before there's fairly sizable bits of content written in here, and there's a lot of information. Okay, so as I'm clicking through the site, the page loads are extremely fast. Okay, let's go how to fix bad credit. So there we got it over there, how to fix credit free. The site is running at about 60% much faster than it was running before. So this is really great about the plugin, and this is why I use it. So this is the whole story, guys. Literally in 20 minutes we've tweaked out, so let's just say 1 hour, we've built a whole website, and we've got all our content in there, and we've done everything, we've tweaked it, managed it, and we've had a good conversation in the process. So literally in this time that you're watching this video, I've built a website live. I've imported it from DWS, and we've basically taken a process that takes you up to 15 hours or more depending on the size of your website, and we've cramped it right down to 15 minutes to 14 minutes. Let's just say 15 hours to 1 hour to make it a fair time. That's a major saving, and if you've got a person, you're paying them $20 per hour, you've basically saved yourself just by using DWS. If we work that out, you've saved yourself $300 per build. So for every website you built, you're saving yourself $300 right there and then, and the 15 hours spent could be done on pulling backlinks, writing you more content, and doing things for your business that makes you more money. So I thank you for your time. I thank you for investing into Network Empire and DomainWebStudio.com, and I hope you stay with us, because we're constantly going to bring out more things that increase the productivity of your business. We're going to bring out more tools that allow you to manage and work with your data in a much better way, and therefore by staying with us, you're going to have the tools that give you the edge above all your competitors. So thank you once again for your time and enjoy using the plugin. If you have any feedback or suggestions, please go to our help desk and let us know. We love getting the feedback from you guys. It helps us develop the tools better. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you on the inside. Matt the Crew signing out. Bye.